of the east there came a hard man. Oh ho ho, all the way from Britain. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. He went into a pub and he came a paralytic. Oh ho ho, VP insider. But a hell of a mixture. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Does this bus go to the dinosaur parley? Oh ho ho, I'm looking for a lumber. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. There in the dancing, he met Harry Mary. Oh ho ho, the flower of the Gorbals. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Oh no, Mary, are you dancing? Oh no, it's just the way I'm standing. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Oh no, Mary, you're one in a million. Oh ho ho, and shows your chances. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Oh no, Mary, can I run you home? Oh ho ho, I've got a pair of sand shoes. You're a hell of a funny. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. In through the back close and out through the dunny. Oh ho ho, it wasn't for the first time. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. The mother came out, she was going to the cludgy. Oh ho ho, I buggered off sharpish. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Mary, Mary, she had a little baby. Oh ho ho, the father's in the army. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Now Harry and Mary is still looking for her hard man. Oh ho ho, he joined the Foreign Legion. Sahara under the camel. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Cod liver oil and the orange juice.
Hello folks, good evening, welcome, hello, and this is live stream Mondays here on the Rebel podcast. Myself, Big Ro, folks, right through 9 p.m. tonight. So as usual, join in the show. We're here multi-streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, and as you can see here, we'll have our comments section back this week, so you'll be able to, anybody that's watching on Facebook will be able to see the YouTube comments, and everybody who's watching on YouTube will be able to see the Facebook comments. You see, this is what your money goes towards, folks. We upgrades like this, well, lack of it, should I say, what my money goes towards. So, as I say, any coin you can donate, folks, at all, any few p will help towards doing this basically weekly for me, just to pay the cost of it, you know what I mean? I have the begging bowl out already. I'm like the bloody the Shinners here going over to the British government for Casement Park. So folks, you know the crack. If you're watching the show on YouTube, give us a wee share. Just share it around any groups as possible. share on your homepage or any groups you're part of, any pages you're part of, share it your WhatsApp groups, whatever you can. If you're watching on YouTube, firstly, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, why not? If not, just do it now. Hit the wee subscribe button, hit the wee bell icon, and it'll give you a notification anytime we're going live in the future. So it will. So folks, yeah, thanks very much. We'll jump in and see who have watching the show so far this evening. Tonight, let's see, watching on Facebook, Iona, how you doing, Iona? And happy birthday for the other day. Hope you had a good one. You did say it was a quiet one. Patrick Ahern, watching tonight on YouTube. How you doing, Patrick? Cheers, mate. Dan O'Kelly, watching on YouTube. Won the Cork Rebels. Great match the other day. I can't say the other game yesterday was as good. Jim McCaff watching tonight on YouTube as well. Hail, free Palestine indeed. Hugh McKenna watching this evening on Facebook. Evening all, how you doing? Ciara Griffin, how you doing? Yourself and Robert, Ciara. Good evening to you all. Kev Dunn tonight watching on YouTube. So thank you to you all for tuning in this evening. It's much appreciated. So it is. So you know, crack folks. If there's any songs you want to hear, get them on. Get the requests in on YouTube and Facebook, and we'll get them on. You know, the show is all about just basically keeping you happy and playing the songs you want to hear. So that's it. So there wasn't a guest planned tonight, folks. There wasn't, but we are going to have one night. It may be a bit shorter than usual, but obviously we had Mora McNal on a few weeks ago, as you know. But obviously with last night's what's the word? Abduction of the 12 Palestinian activists from the ship Madeleine. Obviously they've took the boat away. They've took all the people that was on the boat away as well. And as far as I know, they're all being held in single cells. So they are. So we don't know what's going to happen with them. Still no word from the Irish government, from what I've heard, about this disgraceful act once again from Netanyahu and his cronies in the Israeli army and the Israeli navy. So Mora is going to be coming on to basically explain to us if she knows what she's heard about the ship and the occupants, and also Mora is going to be heading, if any don't have her on Facebook, if you do check out her video she put up today, she is going to be making the trip over to Rafah to basically try and make her voice heard. If any are about the shopping centre here in West Belfast, you'll hear Mora's voice every single week, see you will. Loud and clear, and busy Home Bargains and Sainsbury's and all these other places in Lidl. But so Mora is going to be heading to Rafah. So she is not sure when, so we're going to find that out as well tonight. So looking forward to hearing that Mora's story. Kev Dunn is looking for the wee white turban. Yes, we'll definitely get that on, definitely. Sean the Mac, how you doing? Sean watching tonight on YouTube, even though good man yourself. Right, so first official song tonight, as we are on a bit of a Gaza theme this evening, we're going to play a bit of the Wicks and a wee song here called We're Building the Wall. Fantastic song by the Wicks. Here we go.
They're building a wall between friends, a wall that justifies any means for their ends, a wall between Semites, rich and poor, brothers and sisters from not so long before, many feet thick and 20 feet high. No one can look through it and into the eye of a person you might know, to whom you might confide. Now just a stranger on the other side. They're building a wall between water and land, so we can eat fruits and they can eat sand. A wall to make sure that our orchards will grow and our kids can get fat and not need to know of the the cities in ruins, and the children in fear, that your fathers and brothers in tanks might be near. Won't you keep quiet, that in which you fear most, so you don't have to listen to your grandfather's ghost. They're building a wall between your future and past, a wall to keep separate the chambers of gas from bulldozers, gunships, and the tears of a child. Dignity, love, and all other defiled. To remove reality from your facts on the ground, a wall to keep distance that terrible sounds of the houses that crumble and the children that die. A wall to keep separate the truth from the lie. They're built in a wall, and at such a cost. Land, money and safety, and all the lives lost. A wall made of brick, but bricks can be broken when the people of Zion have finally awoken and said no more walls, no more refugees, no more keeping people upon their knees. And then the history books, it'll someday recall, before apartheid was ended, they were building a wall.
That's the sound of the week, sir. If you with We're Built in the Wall, fantastic band of the week's fantastic song out there. So it is. Now there's 9 years ago that our song was recorded. So it was. So yep. So it was actually originally written by David Ravix as well, which we're going to play David's song, Palestine, later on as well this evening. So we are maybe before or after we'll have Mora on the show. So we are. So yeah. So looking forward to having Mora on. As soon as I seen her video today there that she's going to be heading to Rafah, I had to get her on, so I did. So I just sent her a text. She's like, not a problem, I'll come on for you and just give us a wee update. And like, very, very serious situation, folks. God knows what the people on that boat are going through now in that prison cells. God knows what's happening with the boat. It's just crazy, and I mean, for the Irish government still just to sit in their hands and not say a word in this shit and do nothing about it yet, it's just sickening, disgraceful. But would you expect anything less at all? Do you know what I mean? Right to us. Well, there's Lily Fitzpatrick. Lily, how you doing? Good to have you on tonight, missus. Cheers, good evening, Ro, and everyone. Christopher Mahoney, well, Ro, good evening. Kango Chris in the Ballybrack. Where actually is that? You told me before, the Ballybrack. Where is it, mate? Patrick Ahern, could you play The Rights of Man by the Old Tones, an old favourite of The Rights of Man that is being trampled all over the world? Indeed, well, when we play it there later, I am going to play a Old Tones song next here. That's one I had lined up and all. Probably one of my all-time favourite Old Tones songs. It's never ever played, surprisingly. Marty, what's the crack, man? How are you? You on Facebook? Can't get on. Yes, we are on. And also we are. Terry, how you doing, Terry? Good evening. You must be due a holiday anytime soon, Mrs. This here rain can't be good for your complexion at all, so it can't. So don't worry, we'll get a bit of Damien Quinn on for you later if you do stick around. So yep, cheers for all the likes and shares so far tonight, folks. Much appreciated. As I said, we're going to be having Mora McNal on about 8 o'clock tonight, just to give us an update on what's happening with the Madeleine, the Féile ship, and all the arguments of it. She has got her ear to the ground. She is in the know. She might have a better idea than any of us what's currently happening. And also she'll be letting us know what the story is with heading over to Rafah, and just basically a wee update. So, right, we're going to do next week's tune here for you. So let's see. Christopher says, it's in South Dublin, mate, the posh place. Jesus Christ, 1 week tomorrow till I go to Bulgaria. Not surprised, missus, but here, fair play to you. Fair play indeed. Kev Walker, how are you doing, Kev, tonight? Loads of Kevs on the show this evening. Hail, shout out to Colin Service. Always got the rebs on in the man cave. Happy days. Good job. Right, so we're going to play a Wolf Tone song that Lally is never really here, but it's one Wolf Tone song I love, but as well, because it's the reason I like it so much is earning a flute band played, and I love the way Fran McCann has basically put the drum intro into it. I just love it. It's really wee flickery bits and paradiddle. So that's partly the reason why I love this song. I like the lyrics as well. So of course we're talking about the brilliant Admiral William Brown. It's a very old song, but just listen to the lyrics to this one, folks. Here we go.
From a county Mayo town came a man of great renown. As a sailor and a soldier was none bolder. He went to America at an early age, they say, as a cabin boy to sail the wide world over. Then adventure took him south to the De La Plata mouth. San Martin was on the route in Argentina. So 3 whaling ships he bought, and Brazil and Spain he fought, and freedom then he sought for Argentina.
Now Admiral William Brown, you're a man of courage shown, and in battles fought, the odds were all against you. But your Irish heart was strong, and in memory still lives on, and in Ireland there are some that don't forget you. On St. Patrick's Day it's told, you had many victories bold. You defeated all invaders, thugs and bullies. Then through the pampas roamed, and you found a happy home, Las Islas Malvinas, Argentina.
He had heard of Irish hands in a noble gallant band that helped to free the land called Argentina. He had heard with great acclaim the Patricio's name and fame when in 1806 the British came for slaughter. And to this very day in the Argentine they say the English ran away from Buenos Aires to the islands further down, and they took them for the crown, Las Islas Malvinas, Argentina.
We remember William Brown and his land of great renown. The invader robbed the islands from your country, when in 1833, whereby pirates forced to flee, and in Ireland sure we know the story fully. And the people that went to the Argentine when you to escape the English laws and wars and famine. They have proved a loyal crew, just like all the Irish do. Las Islas Malvinas, Argentina.
The old colonial days and the cruel English ways, with our thunder plunder we will teach the natives. For the Brits are going to war, just like Whitelock did before, with her ships and guns and drums and flags and banners. In the Empire days of old, when they murdered for the gold and paraded it around the streets of London. Oh, no human rights were given to the natives dead or living. Las Islas Malvinas, Argentina.
In the Argentine he died, Father Fahy by his side. 57 was the year his country mourned him. A hero of the nation, he's remembered with elation throughout the world where freedom still abounds. And the Southern Cross, take note, where bold Willie Bulfin wrote, the Irish still support you, Argentina. With the empire tumbling down, let no paddies back the crown. Las Islas Malvinas, Argentina. With the empire tumbling down, let no paddies back the crown. Las Islas Malvinas, Argentina.
Fantastic here, folks. The mighty Wolf Tones with Admiral William Brown. Just love that wee song. It's not one you hear a lot. There's a lot of songs the Wolf Tones will play there, maybe on B-sides or just songs to fill up albums, and that made him one of them. But it's a great wee tune. I actually think the first time I had was it Derek or Brian on? I spoke to them about their song, and they were in the. Actually, it might have been Derek, because actually he'd be more the historian in the band, like, and he went into great detail about that. There, William Brown was a great wee chat about it. So it was. Right, let's see who else we have in tuning in tonight. There's the man from Tip, the main man from Tip. See, definitely, it's a joint effort here. Between Paddy Cohen of the Rebel Hearts and Paddy Mangan, of who actually is like the nicest guy on the rebel music scene. The two of them have so much time for both these lads here. Just real great, nice, genuine fellas. Like, so it's definitely neck and neck. But listen, Paddy, fair play to you. Cheers for tuning in tonight. All the way from Tipperary. Stephen Ferry, looking for Freedom's Walk from Kathleen Largy, from Dumbarton this evening, who we're going to play a song from a man from Dumbarton next, Kieran Davenport, for Kev Dunn. So there you go, it's a wee link up. Jim McCaff, cracking tune. Cheers, mate. Sean the Mac, yep, great tune. Patrick Ahern, brilliant indeed. There's Steve watching over in Germany this evening. Good man yourself. Good evening, Ro, and everyone. Best regards from Berlin. Good boy. Cheers for tuning in tonight, Mucker. As always, always appreciated. So it is. I hope my phone is going ding dong here, so I'll turn that there on the just quiet mode. So well. So yeah, that's a few things to talk about tonight. So obviously during the week, folks, the big drop was made. The official announcement about this year's Féile Rebel Night. Obviously, everybody's all thinking who's going to be playing, what's going to be happening after the post Wolf Tones era of the Féile Rebel Night, who they're going to be booking, and did not disappoint this lineup. So we'll be talking a good bit about that there. We're going to be a bit of detail about all the bands and singers who are going to be playing that this year's Féile Rebel gig, but it is going to be headlined by Gary Ogue with a 6-piece band. A lot of people are all thinking is this what they're all saying as well on his on Twitter and Facebook to him, is this going to be like a Ogue reunion? And obviously he was going like no, it's not going to be an Ogue reunion, but it is going to be a live band, and I as well enjoy the show, so looking forward to it. So that brings in our next guy. So Kieran Davenport, who is a man of many talents, who we're hopefully going to have on the show very, very soon in the next few weeks, talk about his brand new album. We're going to play a song from maybe 2 albums ago, called True to the Last. So this wee tune called The Wee White Turban. So Kieran is going to be playing that night in Gary's 6-piece all-star band in the Féile. So he is. So he's going to be dusting off the mandolin that evening. He hasn't played it in a while, so he hasn't. So hope he remembers how to play the tunes. I'm sure he will do indeed. Right, so this is for Kev done this one, and Kieran Davenport, a wee song called The Wee White Turban.
'Twas a bundle that was hanging in what's known as Father's tent, a bundle of striped material, black and red. And when I asked me mother now just what it did contain, it's your father's Bedouin uniform, she said. After much persuasion, she let me try it on, in memory of Gaddafi's son, she said. And as I put the kaftan on, she was smiling through a veil, as she wrapped the wee white turban round me head. It's just a wee white turban wrapped around me head, 40 yards of good material there and more. And an old kaftan that he stole in Marrakesh, pair of boots belonging to the camel corps. And an old curved sword and sheets of camel hide, a wavy dagger he used against the foe. When it comes to blood and slaughters, the only man that matters will wear the wee white turban of the PLO. It was the turban that me father wore in the desert long ago, when he left me mother's harem on the run. It was the turban that me father wore when he stood by Nasser's side, and he put the British army on the run. The Brits were flying aeroplanes and sassing by the score. The Suez Canal was theirs, they said. You dash onto the tanker, let the jelly knight and sanker, and claim the canal for Egypt then instead. Just a wee white turban wrapped around his head, 40 yards of good material there and more. And an old kaftan that he stole in Marrakesh, pair of boots belonging to the camel corps. And an old curved sword that sheets of camel hide, a wavy dagger he used against the foe. When it comes to blood and slaughters, the only man that matters will wear the wee white turban of the PLO. It was 2 miles from Damascus when he made his final stand, surrounded by Israelis 10 to 1. He lay in the sun there baking, knew there'd be no prisoners taken, and the ammo from his AK nearly done. Then a big old plane from the airport did arrive, a taxi down the runway going slow. He had to hijack the phone West Belfast as he was going, with the wee white turban of the PLO. Just a wee white turban wrapped around his head, 40 yards of good material there and more. And an old kaftan that he stole in Marrakesh, pair of boots belonging to the camel corps. And an old curved sword and sheets of camel hide, a wavy dagger he used against the foe. When it comes to blood and slaughters, the only man that matters will wear the wee white turban of the PLO. It's 10 long years later, and we live in West Belfast, but things along the road were getting hard. The boys were getting jumpy, the dumps were nearly empty, and they came, they asked me that I give a hand. And a quick phone call and Gaddafi said okay, a ton and a half of Semtex, have a go. When you hear the mortars thumping and you see the Paris jumping, you can thank the wee white turban of the PLO.
Brilliant wee tune there, folks. And again, it's another song that doesn't get sung a lot or enough by artists, and I think it's great that Kieran does that song. And like a lot of songs, even this new album there, it isn't all just sort of big tunes that you just like everybody knows. It's a lot of maybe unknown songs that he likes to get out, and especially that wee white turban one there. So it's great to hear that there, and it's a great recording of it. So it is like all the albums Kieran's done, he's played every single instrument himself on them all. So fair play. Cheers, Steve, there for tagging your whole Facebook. The numbers just jumped up a good bit there, so much appreciated, mucker. Bruce in Playa. Stephen, oh, half these people I mentioned there, well done. Cheers, Bruce, for tuning in tonight. Elaine, how you doing, Elaine? What's the crack? Melissa Green watching tonight on Facebook. Thank you very much. Jim McQuaid, roll the show is cutting out. Is anybody else cutting out, folks? Or is it just Jim here? It could be maybe Jim's internet. But just let me know, because it seems I've got a good internet signal here. I'm plugged right into the wall, so it shouldn't be cutting out. Just let us know, folks, if anybody else having any issues with the show cutting off. Let's see. Harley Townsend watching on YouTube. Cheers, Harry. Good man yourself. See. Bruce says, Slantia, no use to do this sober. Colin, 1966. Even though another cracking show, could you please play Palestine from Sharon Shannon? I don't think I've heard that version. I'll have to see if I can get that on Spotify or YouTube. We'll definitely get that on tonight, mate. Bruce says, David Ravix, check it out. Yes, we're going to be playing David Ravix's Palestine song as well. Shortly, either before or after, we'll get Mora on the show later on after 8, so tune in for that there. So cheers, mate. Jim McCaff says, first time hearing that. Good choice, Kev. Cheers, mate. Paddy Arrogue, signal is fine here. Paddy, what's the crack? Are you going to be playing in this here 6-piece band on the stage? Oh, yeah, or what? With this all-star lineup. Tom McAleese, evening troops. Cheers, Tom. Bruce says, Facebook, good so far today. Jim McQuaid. Nope, sound is all good now. Happy days. Good. Sean the Mac says, Krista Moore plays a good version of Palestine as well. Right, there's another version to check out, so it is. Right, so next tune we're going to do, just firing through the tracks now, folks, just firing through them. Just to play the songs here. We've loads of people as well commenting on the posts on TikTok. So one of these nights we are going to try and go live on TikTok. But the problem being is, I don't want to get a ban on it. And I've seen a few people posting, like, going live, and literally, if somebody mentions something, you say something that is even classed as like narky or derogatory to them, even if it's one of your friends, like, they give you a ban straight away. You're screwed. You're going to get a ban for a week. I don't know if I can be arsed with that shit, like, so I don't know, maybe I'll do it or not, because I can't really go live on TikTok while I'm on doing this show, because I would need to plug into the desk into the connection that I use for doing this one. You know what I mean? I can only do one or the other. Paddy says, what 6-piece band? Why the fuck was I in that ass? Blasphemous. Well, I don't know, mate. But as far as I know, it's going to be headlining the Féile with a 6-piece band. And so far, only announced Kieran Davenport is playing mandolin. So it's going to be an all-star lineup from far no. But I think I have a fair idea of who is going to be playing. And actually, so we'll talk about that there after this here next one. So we'll. So let's see, we're going to do a bit of Kathleen Largy. Let me see who asked for this song here. Who was it? So Stephen Ferry was looking for Freedom Walk from Kathleen Largy and the Flying Column. So we always do a few Kathleen Largy songs in this show each week. At least one's guaranteed, maybe a couple, you know what I mean? So Stephen, this one's spicy for you. This is Freedom Walk.
Cold and dark the morning, just before the sun, a new day is breaking, our struggle has begun. The people are together, we shall be free in this land, our homeland, our own democracy. Come all you lads and lassies, rally to our cause and seek the abolition of those old-fashioned laws. Let us open every eye, let the people see what this land, our homeland, means to you and me. watching you and me in this land, our homeland, our own democracy. Come all you lads and lassies, rally to our cause and seek the abolition of those old-fashioned laws. Let us open every eye, let the people see what this land, our homeland, means to you and me. How far must we travel till our journey's done? How long must we struggle till the fight is won? May we live in peace again, may we live to see this land of ours, our homeland, a true democracy. Come all you lads and lassies, rally to our cause and seek the abolition of those old-fashioned laws. Let us open every eye, let the people see what this land, our homeland, means to you and me.
That is Freedom Walk there for Stephen Ferry. I do admit, there you go. All our press requests are flying through this evening, folks. We'll get them in. We'll get them lined up for you. So just as you can see on the screen there now, the big Hills Donegal Salt Lake Supporters Festival 2025 in Puerto Rico, Gran Canaria. I've been literally, my Facebook feed has just been constant all week with people on TikTok as well, of being over at Las Vegas at the Celtic convention. So apparently here now it's going to be in New Orleans next year, which will be class. So well, New Orleans, will be amazing. So it'll be a great festival over there in New Orleans. But yeah, seen so many people posting. Now the weather, I think they had to call off the pool party, so they did this year because of the rain, and they had it a couple of days later. But this one here, folks, is the one I'm going to be DJing at for the third year in a row. So it's taking place in Dicey Rayleigh's Irish Bar and Tiffany's Sports Bar, both in the shopping complex in Puerto Rico, Gran Canaria, folks. So the lineup is indeed Callie's Men, Anne Sparad, Spirit of Freedom, Damien Quinn, Liam Lappin, Gary Campbell, Liam MacDonald, Crack O'Kane, and of course MC2 from Glasgow as well, and myself, DJ Rebel Row, folks. So it's going to be a great festival as usual. So it takes place from Thursday the 25th of September to Monday the 29th of September. So if you haven't got that, so again, folks, this is a free festival. I mean, at lineup, it's free. All you need to do is get your flights and accommodation sorted. I mean, so it's like, and then just show up, and the festival is on basically. Now they have like a wee pre warm up of the festival on the Wednesday, and then obviously it kicks off properly on the Thursday, right through till the Sunday. We are the Sunday morning. My DJ sets normally start about 12 o'clock, and I normally play about 2, 3 some mornings, depending how drunk I am or how big the crowd is. Still about that time of night, but I'm looking forward to this year. And as always, myself and Laura's heading over, and my man and dad's coming this year as well. Paul Sheeran from Clover is heading over, all his lovely family. James and the family are coming over as well. So it's going to be a great, we're all going to be staying in the same complex. So what could go wrong, folks? What could go wrong indeed? But yep, it's going to be a great week indeed. So looking forward to that. So cheers again to Mickey Bell and Mary and Teresa, all the rest of the girls in the family, for inviting me over to be part of your brilliant festival. It is much appreciated. The third year in a row. So get on to it. So, right, as I mentioned earlier on, folks, so this week, the Féile and Phobail, I'll just take this here off, officially launched the this year's big Ramble Night. So there you go, Féile and Phobail, Ireland's biggest community arts festival 2025. So obviously it takes place all over Belfast, different venues, but obviously the main structure of it and the main gig will take place in the Falls Park and the purpose-built Féile site. Obviously, you see the stage and all going up here very, very soon. All the work going on for the infrastructure that takes a long time to do. So it does. So this is the lineup, folks, for it. So obviously it's called Let the People Sing. So the gig is going to be headlined by Gary Ogue with his 6-piece band, then Shabeen and Shay Doolan, the Irish Brigade, who we'll talk about in a minute, the Hot Whiskies, Matt O'Reilly. So I think now, for me, this is going to be the run order, the way it is on the actual flyer there. So it is. So I done a wee TikTok video for this the other day, just basically like mentioning who was all playing, why they were playing, and whatever, and just basically what my thoughts were on it. So starting off there with Matt O'Reilly. So this is going to be Matt's 3rd year playing at the festival. I think he is going to be opening up. So he is. Again, the last few years wasn't massive crowds when Matt was on, but obviously they all come. Just depends what the weather's like. I mean, I think it's like the better the weather is, people start coming to the park earlier on. So they do. So it is going to be an all-day event. And all I can say is there is a slight hope, I think, that myself might still be involved in this event. I'm just waiting on word, hopefully this week, from what I have heard from the main man. Is that all is not lost, all hope is not lost. I don't know, maybe if you seen my TikTok I put the other day. I wasn't begging, maybe I was begging, but there is maybe a chance that yours truly might be eventually making his debut at the Féile and Phobail Rebel Night. So as soon as I get that nod, you can guarantee I'll be letting you all know about it, folks, because it's something I've been trying to get involved in for many years now. It's very, very hard, you know what I mean? So I'm hoping to sort of the work I've been doing and sort of pushing myself and running this show and everything else is maybe starting to get me a wee bit of recognition now. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, Matt O'Reilly. Again, Matt is the perfect example of someone that definitely should be playing this event. He's basically from West Belfast. He has started off playing all the real shitty gigs in the crappy bars. Basically, the 2 men and a dog. Building his name up, then starting to play all the bigger venues around Belfast, then getting to play in Celtic festivals and Celtic away games in Europe for Dixie and stuff, doing all other different things. So obviously the Féile noticed this, and got him on board. So this will be his 3rd year playing, and then next, probably the first band of the night, the Hot Whiskies. This will be their 3rd year as well. And again, they have seen a bigger band. And the Doolan name is well represented in this Féile this year. Obviously, Shay Doolan's cousin plays the drums with the Hot Whiskies. So yeah, they're more or less like seasoned players now at the Féile and Phobail. So it'll be great to see them on again. And then I think it was the surprise name that everybody was going about was not a shock, but didn't think this was ever going to happen, but so glad to see it's happened, is that the Irish Brigade. Now I sort of heard a murmur about this here at Easter time, that a few people had told me, did you hear the Irish Brigade are playing at the Féile and stuff? I was like, I haven't heard anything, whatever. And I didn't really want to say that because sort of it was maybe talk in the background, but obviously it was announced last week, which is great to hear. And I think what I said, obviously on my TikTok post, if there's one man that deserves to be on this stage alone, it's Jerry Glacken, you know what I mean? As I've said before and said many times, all these acts that are playing on this stage, and all rebel singers all over the world, they wouldn't have a set list, they wouldn't have basically a job, to sing all night without Jerry Glacken and the Irish Brigade songbook, and that's the God's honest truth. So they owe that to him, and it's great to finally see Jerry go be gracing this stage, to see 10,000 people, and hopefully the park is well bunged up when the Irish Brigade's on. So they are. So yeah, fantastic to see the Irish Brigade finally playing at Féile and Phobail. The world's biggest rebel music festival and the world's biggest rebel music stage. Then after his debut at the Féile last year, Shay Doolan, what can I say about Shay? There is nobody like Shay Doolan when it comes to playing live. As I said, I've booked him many times. I played many gigs with him. Seen him recently there at the Squirrel in Glasgow, and he just has the crowd eating out of his hands. There's just something about Shay Doolan that no other singer can match. Do you know what I mean? Just the way he plays the guitar, the way he plays that stomp box. It's just something unique about it. And obviously Shay just blew the place up last year. He played twice. I think the because the Wolftones sold out so quick. We've done 2 nights, the Saturday and the Sunday. So all the singers got 2 days out of it, so they did, which was great to see. So Shay, you can check out Shay's performance on YouTube. Go and just look on YouTube for Shay Doolan and Féile, and you'll see it. Just basically 10,000 people singing along the Don't Worry Be Happy, you know what I mean? Walking up the Gallagate, and they're all just loving him. So it's great to see Shay. Then, of course, Shebeen, which is they're just a mainstay of the Féile and Phobail Rebel Night now, so they are. They're going to be on, obviously, the second main act of the night. And again, they do so many great wee sort of tunes, quirky songs. And it's, as I mentioned in the TikTok video, when Podgy will sing, like, When You Say Nothing At All, it's a Rowan Keating song, and you people will go, what the hell, why are you singing that there at a Rebel event? But it just works. Do you know what I mean? And you have 10,000 people all up with their phones up in the air and their lighters up in the air, all just singing along the When You Say Nothing At All. It's amazing. So it's fantastic. And then obviously it was announced very, very soon by Gary himself that he is going to be headlining the Féile and Phobail Rebel Night this year with a 6-piece live band. That is going to be special. Obviously a lot of you all remember the Oak days of the live band. This obviously isn't going to be our Oak, but it's basically going to be Gary, a lot of his friends, playing on the night. I see, from my perspective, I think a few of the people who maybe will be playing with some of the other bands that night is going to be on stage with Gary. It's just, I think logistically, it's probably the best thing for him to do. I know they've played with him before, so that's probably what's going to happen. So at least we know Kieran Davenport is definitely going to be playing with Gary that night. So he is. So we'll see who the others are, but I cannot wait. Whether I'm going to be playing there or not, I don't know yet, but I'm going to be there anyway. The next day is booked off working also with us, so I will be there. Don't you worry, folks. I'm hoping to see a lot of the rest of these there. Plus, I will be getting some free passes for this year's Féile Rebel gig. Kev always sorts me out to us, so I'll be on touch with him very, very soon to get it. Make sure we'll have some free passes for the Féile and Phobail Rebel Night. Just jump back on here now. So, folks, if you haven't got your tickets yet for this, get them now. Go to ticketmaster.com and search for Féile and Phobail. Let the people sing. What a lineup that is going to be, folks. Loads of comments flying through there, so I'll just jump into the comments and see what people was saying while I was yabbering on there. Let's see. Paul McQueen says, yeah, well done to the Scottish women and the Celtic. Hail, hail. Okay. Bruce, so did Alan Quinn, kidding me. Bruce, Shay Doolan learned it all from me. Paddy says, Jerry the Bard, O'Glacklan indeed. Iona says, yeah, about time the Irish Brigade on well deserved indeed. Yep, definitely. Hugh McKenna, good to see the Irish Brigade on the bill, getting Jerry on the big stage, definitely. Elaine, you deserve that role. Yes, Elaine, thank you very much. Bruce says, yeah, Gallagher song, Shay Doolan, are you looking to play it there tonight, are you? Well, I'm going to play some songs from some of the actually are playing at night at the Féile. Paddy says, yeah, pure no fair, Kev Dunn. Some lineup that is indeed. You want to see you there too, Ro, definitely. Jim McCaff, Ro, to play Cruncher O'Neill, Che Guevara is on the road again. His guitar is class in this song. But see, the problem is, mate, the only version I have of I can get it, I haven't heard a version of it where he's recorded it. I don't think there is one of him recorded. I have searched YouTube high and low, I've searched Spotify, I cannot find. There's a version of him playing it when he's out in the Philippines, I think so it is, with a guy who's playing the boron, and that's all it is. Basically, it's just him playing the boron and Cruncher singing the song a cappella. So may play out their version because it's really, really raw, but I love that version of it. So we'll maybe get that one there on for you, mate. Right, so yeah, so obviously we're talking there about everybody saying about basically the Irish Brigade, and it's so good to have them on this year's Féile. So we're going to play a bit of the Irish Brigade Die live, and this is one of the medleys from their album recorded live in Dublin. Sean the Mac are just saying, yep, brilliant. The Irish Brigade are getting the recognition they deserve, definitely. Kay Whelan, how you doing there, Kay? Jim McCaff, Anleytown Leisure Centre. What are you saying? What that the Féile used to be in Anleytown Leisure Centre? Right, here we go. This is the Irish Brigade live in Dublin, folks, with a few wee medley of songs, just basically in recognition of Jerry Glacken and the band getting to play, make their debut after all this time at the Féile and Phobail Rebel stage.
We medley starting off one called The Broad Black Brimmer.
uniform that's hanging was known as Father's Work. A uniform so simple in style. Oh, well, it has no rhythm, no handle for the grip. Me mother has been certain all the while. One day she made me tread on out your mind for years, to memory of your father shuts his hands. And I said this to Sandra, and she's wiping through tears. She placed a broad red river on me hands. It's just a brass river, the friends red and torn, the carelessness of many that black and rails. And old threads cold and so much to hit the port that reaches almost tender at the knees. And samurai bells, the bugle main song, and a holster that's been empty many a day. When men came out and dream, oh, the one should choose to leave him where the blood black river of the IRA. When men claim Ireland's freedom, the one should choose to leave them will be the Provisional Army Council of the IRA. Oh, I am a merry proud boy, and I proud the fields by day, till the sudden thought came to my mind that I should run away. For I'm sick and tired of slavery since the day that I was born, and I'm off to join the IRA. I'm off tomorrow morn, and we're all up to Dublin in the green, with the helmets glistening in the sun, where the bayonets flash, the rifles crash to the echo of a Thompson gun. Well, some men fight for silver, and some men fight for gold, but the IRA are fighting for a land that the Saxons stole. And we're all up to Dublin in the green, with the helmets glistening in the sun, where the bayonets flash, the rifles crash to the echo of the Thompson gun.
One early morning the branch men were sleeping. A little helicopter flew across the sky into the yard where some prisoners were drilling. Get ready for inspection, said the warder in the jive. And it's up like a bird, and it's over the city. 3 men are missing, I heard a warder cry. It must have been a bird that flew into the prison, or one of those new ministers, said the warder in the jive. Well, down in the yard, mixed the pushing and the shoving. 3 of the prisoners jumped into the bird, up and away into the blue sky. I think someone's escaping, said the warder in the jive. And it's up like a bird, and it's over. Sing it yourself. 3 Sure, it must have been a bird that flew into the prison, or one of those new ministers, said the warder in the jive. Will search every hole, search every nook and cranny, let no man rest till these prisoners are found. For this cannot happen to a law and order government. We think you'll never find them, said the warder in the jive. And it's like a bird, and it's over. 3 men are missing, I heard a warder cry. It must have been a bird that flew into the prison, or one of those new ministers, said the warder in Mountjoy.
And that was the Irish Brigade there, folks, with a wee medley, about 3 or 4 songs there from their Live in Dublin album, one of their Live in Dublin albums. Right, so lads, that song you were talking about, the Cruncher one there, I just looked for it on YouTube there and I found it. I've seen that one before. That's the one I didn't, between that there one and the one in Cambodia, I think it was he was recorded in. The one where he's playing the guitar there, it is it's brilliant the way he plays it, but it's a terrible version. I mean, sound-wise, and it wasn't outside the Leisure Centre. It was outside the old Andytown Barracks site, but it's like a sort of open green space now. So it is. I think it's called now O'Reilly Groves Corner. So it is, but yeah, it's the old Andytown Barracks site, so it wasn't the Leisure Centre, but I've seen that one before. But yeah, but it's a real terrible. It seems like it was filmed with a potato. That's how bad the quality of the sound of it is. I mean, it might be all right for to listen to on your phone, but like, I can understand you just going, "Oh, it's a great version." It is. I mean, Cruncher back in is guitar playing. There's just something about it, but I don't know whether we can play that there on, because it's not great for like sort of radio or sort of like airwaves, because it's just a terrible version. I mean, and I don't want to sort of put that stuff out because it doesn't sound great at all. You know what I mean? So. Right, hopefully we'll have Mora on in the next few minutes. So when we're talking about the Palestine songs, somebody mentioned earlier on about Christy Moore does a great song about Palestine. So we found this one here on Spotify. And I think that's actually the one that he sung on the Late Late Show the last time he was on. So this is Christy Moore, folks, with Palestine.
Let me tell you a story. I'll be quick as I can. Terrible news from the Holy Land. Pictures of children etched in my mind, buried in the rubble on the firing line. The Jews and the Arabs lived one and the same. 1,000 years, then the Zionists came like a river, came like a flood. Al-Nakba was written on the wall in blood. Talk about settlers from far away. Talk about dollars from the USA. Talk about blast bombs, the bullets and the lead. The shadow of the jackboot hanging over your head. What can you do when they demolish your home? Olive trees buried and gone. Do you dare to resist? Stand on the road with a rock in your fist. In Palestine, in Palestine. They talk about peace like it's a moral obligation. There'll never be peace under occupation. Talk about talks to the beat of the drum. 70 years, Nakba rolls on. We need to talk about the friends that we endorse. The rockets and the tanks and the warships, they disperse. No wonder it seems to be an undemocratic version of democracy in Palestine. In Palestine. Let me tell you a story. I'll be quick as I can. There's terrible news from the Holy Land.
There we go, folks. What there is Palestine by Christy Moore. So it is. So I see Mora has just joined. Well, she was there a second ago. So she was. So I think she just cut off. So she has. So we'll just jump on here, back here in a wee second. We'll get her back on. So we will. So I don't know where she went to. She was there and then she just disappeared. So Mora, where'd you go to, missus? So we'll just hang around here to see until she jumps back on again there. Roxanne Charles Brown, how are you doing, Roxanne? On Facebook tonight, and their new name there. Hail, lads, Jim McCaff, brilliant. And Bruce says, yep. Christy, 80 now, he's the High King, definitely. Right, I think that's Mora with us now. Hello, Mrs. Harwa.
All right, all good.
Definitely, indeed. So where'd you go to there? Did you cut off or something?
No, it's just me being a bit stupid with tech.
Well,
just not great at it.
Yeah. So listen, before we'll get into, obviously you go be heading off to Rafah, your video you put up. So tell us, obviously, firstly about a few things to talk about, but firstly the Madeleine ship. So what have you heard? What's the crack? I mean, what's the latest? Do you know where the people are, where the boat is, and what happened last night? Or
Well, when they boarded the ship, they already had a plan that all the phones will be through into the water. But whether they did that or just because of the Israelis, they
right?
would have put all communication anyway. So there'll be no communication whatsoever. There'll be no communication with them at all. The Israelis will blank all the communication with them. But I think they have their own plan set up. But it should be, by rights, their governments should be kicking off blue murder about it. But they're not. So I think the Swedish government were really nasty. She's getting a cup of tea and she's getting eaten fed. So what's the matter with Greta, kind of a thing, you know? So
Seriously, that's it. That's what they were saying. Jesus.
Just like what the Swedish. Do you know what I mean? So
I think even the silence from so many people, especially even, I know I seen someone posting last night, obviously about the Irish government, they've still, like, this day, still said nothing. Like, I mean, it's just like, it's like, oh, it's terrible, I mean, or whatever, but as if, like, more or less saying, well, they knew what they were got themselves in for. I mean, that's their sort of attitude, it seems like.
But very quite clear, like, do you see every politician on this island has not done enough. The churches and every faith, not one faith has done what they're supposed to do. And the media have been appalling. See, the other day on BBC, the newscaster said, in Hamas control Gaza. Hamas control Gaza? My God, there's nothing left
BBC,
of Gaza to control.
I mean, yeah.
You know, it's just horrendous. There should be an embargo. By rights, Rory, not one item should come into this country from Israel, and not one item from this country should go to Israel. There should be a total, complete and utter embargo on all. And to see that the religions, all of them, have a lot of pressure that they can put on. They own land. They have money invested in banks. The churches have an ability to stop this. Well, not stop it, but they have power to do something, and they won't use it. They'll get up and condemn it, and they'll say this and that, but they won't do what they should do. There's 2 years of what's been going on in Palestine, and every single person that holds the levers of power have failed the Palestinian people. All of them.
Definitely.
Not just on the island of Ireland, across Europe. So angry.
So see has Israel come out at all and said what they're going to do, like regarding like the ones on the boat? Like I heard something that they're going to be deported or something, or what's
I would imagine they would be deported. They've been brought to the port there, Ashdod. Ashdod is cleansed. Do you know what cleansed means? Cleansed means that no Palestinians are allowed to live there. Right? They're only allowed. Ashdod was a small port before the Zionists stole Palestine. Ashdod was a small port. There was villages, there was orchards, there was a fishing port there, and everybody was removed from it. And when they built Ashdod, because of its strategic position, its geopolitical position as a port and everything else, Palestinians have never been allowed to go back to it. It is a city that they call cleansed. They also stopped food at that port from going to Gaza during this genocide. They have also control of the above water, the above ground and below ground water. They have control of that, and they were trying to stop even any water. And before even this conflict started, they were trying to stop water from going to Gaza. And you see, when you go into Lilliput, Lilliput have stopped selling their wipes, their baby wipes, their cleansing wipes that were made in Israel. What they actually done was, because the Lupilou brand is in Ashdod, where then people are brought to, and they just moved the factories to Germany. We don't remove their stuff anymore. We don't go near Lidl anymore when we do a boycott, because there's nothing made in Israel on it. But we aren't that unaware of the fact that it's the same company.
It's the same stuff. Yeah.
It's the same stuff, but it's coming from Germany. So Lidl haven't got anything from Israel. But that company in itself, Lupilou, is another company built in Ashdod on stolen Palestinian land. And that's where they've brought their people to. And it's one of the most right-wing cities in the whole of occupied Palestine.
So
So they'll probably get the high profile of them. I don't think they'll get the treatment that a Palestinian would get, but I think they'll want them out as quickly as possible, get them out of the country.
so what will happen to the boat round? You know, then will they just scrap it or something, or will just mean
They'll just
who owned the
impound
boat, or they'll just impound it?
They'll
Right,
just
okay.
impound it until such times as whoever is the actual owner makes a claim on it, I'd imagine, but I'm not sure, to be honest. Rory.
Yeah. Right, okay. So you took part there on Saturday, it was Saturday or Sunday for the march from Lurgan to Newry. So tell us all. I seen your wee video at the end there, when you were sort of saying you were struggling getting the one of the last ones there. And again, another use for docket leafs that many people say that they have great uses for. So they are. But so tell us all about the march. I mean, were you there from the very start right through to
No,
it? Or-
PSC organised it, and it's roughly the length of Gaza from one end to the other. I joined it just at Scarva, because I do actions on a Saturday morning down in Home Bargains in Sainsbury's. So as soon as I did that, I grabbed something to eat and then I headed straight out. So we met them at just between Points Pass and Scarva. So I think it was a 10-mile walk that I done. But because I know that I'm going to be doing a similar length of walk when I go over, I put books and a couple of heavy things in my backpack to see if I could do a 10-mile walk carrying a heavy backpack. So,
okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
So see, obviously there was a lot of talk and just reports basically about going through Scarva. So were you walking on it going through Scarva? What was just a counter protest? What went on? Or
when we arrived there, we were actually going to pull in, and we were going to pull in and just get a cup of tea and sit and wait on the band coming in Scarva. So then we noticed there was a wee hotel. So we just drove up to the hotel and then looked down. We seen Israeli flags, Rangers, jumpers, the other crowd all standing about. And we went, but the police were there to keep them well away from the march. So there was the confrontation was more between them and the police rather than our people. So our people just carried on marching and it was pretty calm.
How many more do you reckon took part in it?
There was thousands. There was absolute thousands, yeah. And people joined it and then dropped out and more people joined in. Like us, there was
different parts of the route, okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. But, obviously, I've seen a few videos as well. I think there was a couple of bars in Newry. Obviously, people went into them at the end. It must have been the end of the march, and they were refused entry and stuff, but wearing like sort of Palestinian t-shirts and scarves and stuff like.
They use the usual excuse, what is it? This is a neutral place. Can't wear.
Craziness. So, listen. Tell us that obviously the main reason we have you on this evening is to talk about your trip to Rafah. You're talking about, so you put a wee video on Facebook today. So when had you decided to do this here, and why are you doing this, and what's the plan? When are you going, and what's crack?
Well, it's the Global March to Gaza, and it's been arranged by these phenomenal women. They're absolutely brilliant. To organise what they've organised is unbelievable. So the plan is that we go, and I don't want to give away too much because we don't want to be turned back. So
yes, I understand.
I can't give away too much.
Yeah.
We can't. When I heard about it, I just thought, marching across the Sinai Desert for 3 nights, no. And then I went, do you know what? Every time I look at pictures of all them women marching and sending them, Rory, from northern Gaza to Gaza, from Gaza to Rafah, from Rafah to Khan Yunis, from Khan Yunis, telling them to go back to Gaza, telling them to go back to Khan Yunis. And everywhere they go, they're getting bombed, they're getting shot. They've no way of getting food. They've no income. And they're there with their children. It's just, like, Rory, put it this way. You love your 2 girls. You adore them, don't you? If somebody come in and said to you, you've half an hour to get out, what would you grab? I know you'd take the children. But what would you do? Would you take pots? Would you take pans? Would you take food? Would you take photos? Would you take mementos that mean something to you? In a half an hour, you have to walk out of there with everything that you're ever going to own, and you're going to leave everything that you've worked for all your life behind, and then you're going to see it being obliterated, and you've got your 2 children. What would you carry? And then they have to go from and see that 10-mile walk. Now, I did it. And having said that, and before I go any further, right, I fell behind because other people fell behind, and I didn't like to see people right at the back on their own. So I kept catching up and catching up. If I'd been on my own, all I'm saying is that I would have been there within an extra half hour. So I was very pleased with myself. Not pleased with myself. I was glad, because if I can do that, I can do what I'm going to do next week. I can do that walk. I know I can. It might be hard and it might be hot, but I know I can do it.
So,
And
is
I'm
there other
doing it
ones
for the
from Ireland going over, do you know, or is it,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
your own, or what's?
It's a delegation. There's a
Right,
good
okay,
crowd of
right.
us going over, and then people from Germany, France, and they're going. And then there's other people in now in the same position, because people from Algeria and Morocco, they're going from another direction, and they're going to the border, and there's already people at the Gaza border. So it's now come to the point, Rory, where people have said, enough's enough. If the governments won't do anything, if you won't send your army in, we the people have to do it. Like, there's thousands going there from Algiers and Morocco, you know, and Arabs that have said, that's enough, we're going to go. And it's the same with us in Europe. We just went, enough's enough. We've marched, we've protested, we've done sit-ins, we've done occupations, we've raised funds, we've done speeches, we've done everything that we can. And I just think that the last thing we can do is go there. And I don't think we can change anything. I don't think we can get food in. I don't think we can get clothes in. I don't think we can do anything. But at least the Palestinians will know that the world hasn't forgot them. And hopefully, if we shout loud enough on the other side of that horrible wall, they'll hear the people of the world saying, you're not abandoned, we do care. But whether we can change anything, Rory, realistically, no. But I'm going to do it anyway.
Obviously, you're a very sort of strong-minded woman. You could never deny that to her. But what is it? Obviously, you spoke to your family about doing this here and going. I mean, are they shared a lot of concerns? Or what? I mean, are you worried for going over yourself? I mean, are you scared? Or like, it's a big thing to do. Like, I mean, so it is like.
I might look tough, but I'm a big soft pudding. I'm breaking it. I'm telling you, my toilet has been getting a lot of visitations over the last 2 days. I'm absolutely bricking it. I'm scared shitless. The whole idea of actually doing that, do you know what I mean? It's scary. You know, it's scary, the idea of that long walk in the desert. It's scary being out in that heat. It's scary being as old as I am, trying to keep up with young people. And
obviously, just saying there about as old as you are, and it's Mora's birthday today as well. So Mora, so happy birthday from all of us watching today. Obviously, well, not past your age. That's
but the border. I'm 74.
74.
Yep. 74. Next 74. Year I'm three quarters of a century old.
Jesus.
No, I think at the Rafah border, I don't know. It's just to see all them lorries with food. You know, there's so many things.
Seeing their videos last week and stuff, and it was like you see these different ones on YouTube and TikTok all the time, and it's obviously like you see like lorries with must be like bags of rice or meal or something like that, and obviously the Israeli ones just they're cutting them up and just pouring them all over the floor and all whatever and stuff. And it's just going like what like how sick are they? I mean, are these people? I mean, what like what goes through their minds that they're getting some enjoyment out of that there? I mean,
that's only the tip of the iceberg. It's only the tip of the iceberg. They were the Israelis were putting cans of food and the kids were lifting them and there were bombs in them. There's just so many evil deeds that them Israelis have done, and they've said all the time Hamas is stealing the food, and only now they've admitted that they've got all the low life. And we have low life in our community too. Let's face it. And they've armed them and they've let them steal all the food. And then sell it back at extortionate prices. And then they turn around and say Hamas has done it when we know that the Israelis have done it. You couldn't believe a thing that comes from the Israeli government. Not one word that comes from them. But then people who are starving, they know that they're going to risk their life to go and get a bag of flour. They know they're going to do it, but they're prepared to take it rather than see their children or their family starving. And when they do get there, it's just life or death, whether you can get food, and it's life or death, whether you'll get carrying it back to where it's come from, or even if it hasn't got some kind of poison in it when they do get it.
Yeah. It's just hard to even fathom what's going on there more at the minute. Like, so this see when you go over there. I mean, is there a chance you'll come and do any sort of contact with the Israeli army or whatever, or like when you're on the walk?
If we get there, no, not the Israeli army, because we'll always be on the Egyptian side.
Cheers.
You got a cup of tea too?
Yes, there's my dad. Oh, that's my dad. He always comes in literally in the middle. He does this on purpose. He knows I'm doing an interview and he walks up with a tea whenever I'm in the middle of doing this. He just likes to get his
see, we'll
face in,
always
I mean.
be on the Egyptian side of the border, right? And we're there as a protest. We're there to raise our voice, and we're there to demand that the food gets in and the army go out, the Israeli army go out. There are main demands is that the food goes in, the aid goes in, and the army pull out, and the rebuilding of Gaza, not to evict the Palestinian people from Palestine. They've evicted enough people. There's 5 million Palestinians living in tents in other countries, in Jordan and Turkey and that. So a lot of them were in Syria as well.
So are you going to be see whilst you're away? Are you going to be having like a total social media blank out, or what, are you going to be trying to update while you're away, or can you not do that there, or what? Or
I will try, but I'm not sure because we'll be in tents when we're out there. We'll be five nights staying out camping out at the border, and we'll be in direct line of fire from the Israeli army. But we don't expect them to start shooting at internationals. We would be called internationals as such.
Yeah.
So but they have shot at them in the West Bank, and they've shot at them in Gaza, and nobody's safe there. So how safe we are, I don't know.
So do you have any idea of how many will be taking part in this great walk you're doing? Or as you said, there's one from all over the world.
In delegations alone, the Irish delegation, German delegation, there's 3,000.
Jesus, that's honestly more fair play to you. And it's sort of if anybody's close to this, obviously it's going to be you. But obviously we'll be thinking, hoping, praying for you as well when you're over there. So hopefully you can update it some way whilst you're out there. So is it next week you're heading off then, or?
No, tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow it is then? Right, okay, right. So you're flying just straight out then, is it? And then you're going to be fitting them out for a couple of days?
Yeah, I'll be there for 2 days and then meet up with everybody. But I wasn't. It was very not sudden. I knew it was happening, but I just thought long and hard, and I talked myself out of it, and then talked myself into it, and then back out of it, and back into it. So I never even done any fundraising. Just went, I'm going. I'm going.
Well, so somebody else will
have to wait.
So the people are down in Sainsbury's and all are going to be not to listen to you for 2 weeks anyway, so I'm sure they'll be glad to hear.
They'll probably be all going for pay. Yeah, she's not there.
That's it. It's not here in our head on this week.
Not there.
The slobber, aye. Well, listen, Mora, again, happy birthday. Hope you have a good night. And Mickey spoils you before you head away tomorrow. So we're going to play a wee song here now. Obviously, a good friend of yours, David Ravix, we're going to play his Palestine song. I know, obviously, whenever David's over here, he always stays. It was actually you put me in touch with David initially when he first came over and stuff. So listen, Mora, good luck. And all I can say is well done for what you're doing, and you and the rest of all these delegations. And hopefully you do make it, and you make it over there safely. So listen, hopefully you can keep us up to date while you're away. And fair play to you, missus.
Okay, thanks very much. Thanks for having me on too, Roar. It's brilliant.
No problem.
Your program is great. It's great, and I try and get listening. If I don't get visitors in, it's like visitors.
Yeah, but you know what your house is like. It's just a constant swinging door, people like.
So I'll have to wait till tomorrow to listen to Ro.
Well, no problem. Okay, Mora, listen, talk to you later on, right, missus? Thank you very much. Cheers. So that was Mora McNal here. Brilliant. So again, the woman just is a true inspiration. So she is. We've had her on before. Actually, we're one of the first guests we had when we started back during the Wednesday or the Monday show. And she was great. Obviously, the amount of feedback we had from that night. The amount of massive views as well. Days after the interview was on. So listen, fair play to Mora and all the rest of your comrades and the delegation from all over Europe and different parts of the world who are heading over for this year, and hopefully you can keep us updated in some way about what is happening on your journey. So talk about David Ravix. So this is David's own original song. Now, said earlier on, he did write that song that the Wakes recorded, Built in the Wall, but this is David's own song called Palestine.
Daddy was an heir from Beersheba, a situation so unkind. My mama was a refugee from Ramallah, had to leave her land behind. I grew up in this refugee camp, in this unwelcome land. In this little parcel of Lebanon, we were dealt a losing hand. And then one day the soldiers came, a tired old refrain. I'll try to tell you what happened next, but there's no way to explain. The soldiers raped my mother, then they killed her dead, along with the rest of the Shatila camp, while I hid beneath my bed. I'm a wandering, no place to call my home. Palestine, all around the world I roam. Came over from Jordan, brought me there to live, and together we've moved to half the world. For peace, what I would give. Beirut, Greece, and New York town, I've watched the world churn, but my home is Palestine. Someday I will return, but I'm a wandering, no place to call my home. Palestine, all around the world I roam. This is my situation here in the heart of the empire that sent the copters and bulldozers from Ramallah to a funeral pyre. You've heard my story, time will not allow. Soon my visa will expire. What will you do now? 'Cause I'm a wandering, no place to call my home. Palestine, all around the world I roam.
That is David Robics here, folks, with Palestine. So it is here on live stream Mondays on the Rebel podcast here with myself, Big Ro, just as you can see on the screen there now, folks, at the minute. We'll keep that up for a wee second. So that is basically where Mora is going to be going to eventually, to the Rafah crossing. And just obviously showing solidarity with Mora and all the rest of her comrades in the delegations who she's going to be with. Right, let's see, where are we? What are we on? 25 past 8. So yeah, a few more tunes still to go, folks, tonight. Any more requests? We'll go try and fit the ones in you asked for. I'll go look back through the comments here and see what was asked for. Right, let's see. Paddy Rogue says, yep, God bless you, Mora. Elaine, take care, Mora. Joseph Pierce, a true inspiration, Mora McNal is definitely. I actually just texted her that there now, literally them was that words. Bruce says, yeah, David has another new song about Gaza. Right, okay, mate, I'll have a look into that there. Christopher Mahoney says, good luck, mind yourselves. You heading off, are you? Patrick Allen, yep, best luck, Mara, and well done. Jim McQuaid, right, Jim, what's this all about here now? Let's see. Mara, I've seen Roe and Lidl and Sainsbury's ban is really good. Are you taking the piss here? Or is this a wee dig at me? Like, is it, Jim? Like, what's this all over here? I mean, it's can't be saying stuff like that there. Like, I mean, it's one of them like anybody going shopping. I mean, I don't lift up. I'm guilty of that not looking of where stuff's bought when I buy it. I mean, from whatever. I don't do that there, so don't. I just like I could be guilty of that, but like I hope that isn't a wee sort of snide comment you just made there, like. So I would hope not anyway. Right, so what are we going to do next? Somebody had asked her to play Bring Them Home, just whilst Mora was talking there. Let's see, who was it asked for it? Where are we? Just looking through all these comments here to see who it was. Who was it? I don't know who it was, but I think right now this song probably it can mean so many different things. Actually, we're talking about a lot of the bands that are playing at the Féile this year, so we're going to play Earl Oak next, even though it wasn't Earl Oak aren't playing, but this week Gary Hogan's live band. But obviously, Bring Them Home, and it's, I think people could say, listen, look, it could be a class of get the people back to the Gaza, bring them home back to their own place. And again, and the hostages who Hamas are currently holding hostage, of course they need to be back with their families. I mean, because they are, I'm sure the majority of them are all just innocent people, so they are, that were took by Hamas. And again, it's, I suppose the rights are wrongs of why they took them that day on October in the 7th. But I have my own beliefs whether it's right or wrong. I mean, don't walk into that now. But then again, people can look at this song many, many different ways. So as Gary says, whenever he's done this recording, this is the one that was recorded live in the bar in the Brazen Head. This song was originally recorded for the two Priest sisters. Obviously, it's about bringing them back from the English jail. And then so it's a great song. Obviously, I still play it a lot now at gigs, so it's a great rebel origin song. So this is Earl Oak with Bring Them Home, and I say many people can see this song for many different meanings. And I think maybe when we're talking about Gaza now and Palestine, it is a good song to play. So it is. So here we go. Let's see, hold on a second. Right, so Sean Mac says, Ro, can you play Back Home in Derry for a poor dairyman living in Cavan? Right, let's see. Bruce says, yep, I still drink Coca-Cola, shoot me now. Yeah, well, like a lot of people like. Right, here we go. So this is Earl Oak, folks, with Bring Them Home, especially for, I think it was Alan that asked for this one. Here we go.
I'm going to continue on for a song for two friends up here. A song originally written by two women called the Price Sisters, called Bring Them Home. Let's hear your voices. Well, hear it rain on the air. It's the voice of my country so fair. Oh, can't you feel? Oh, can't you see? The eye already will set them free. Well, hear it ring on the air. It's the voice of my country so fair. Oh, can't you feel? Oh, can't you see? The eye already will set them free. Well, in the jail in hell me sweetie, in the prison where he died, lie two daughters of all an Ireland, and they fill my heart with pride. For I know that England wishes that we'd let them die alone. feel? Oh, can't you see? The IRA was set them free. It was the love of dear old Ireland that brought them to that prison hell. But the ghosts of fearsome Conley, they guard their lonely prison cell. And Clark and Plunkett stand beside them, MacDonagh, McDermott and Wolftown. But all the voices of old Ireland, they cry for us to bring them home. Hear it ring on the air, it's the voice of my country so fair. Oh, can't you feel? Oh, can't you see? The IRA will set them free. Here we go! Stands behind our provost, for blessed they died for me and you. And though the tyrants may deny us, we shall break their hearts of stone, and all of Ireland will be singing when we bring our daughters home. Hear it ring on the air, it's the voice of my country somewhere. Oh, can't you feel? Oh, can't you see? The IRA will set them free. Hear it ring on the air, it's the voice of my country somewhere. Oh, can't you feel? Oh, can't you see? The IRA will set them free. Yes, the IRA will set them free.
There you go, folks. It's Earl there for you with Bring Them Home. Spice for Alan, Chuck and McPherson saying, and that song can be sort of recognised for a lot of different meanings and wordings and sort of things that are happening at the minute. But I think definitely with Gaza, what's happening over there, it's a song that does sort of strike a chord with many people. And just to what Mora was saying there, I wasn't mentioning about, it's only like the Israeli hostages should be released. Definitely not. I know what you're saying here. Like, obviously, over 500 children in Gaza jails, no charge, no legal representatives, no sentences. They are hostages. Definitely they are. And I understand that more. But I just mentioned, I mean, so it's not like one of those ones like, it's good for them, so it's good for the goose, good for the gander kind of thing. I wasn't trying to say that there. I was just highlighting that I think they should be released as well, but obviously they have to have some kind of bargaining tool against Netanyahu. Do you know what I mean? So I see there's Charlie Conlon. How are you, Charlie and Derry there? Well done, Ro. How's everyone? Cheers, mate. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Just so you can see it on the screen now, folks. So if any of you can donate anything towards the show, we much appreciated. Just a few p if you have it in your bank, spur. Send it there towards Revolut or PayPal. You see the two links for us. It'd be much appreciated. Say it is getting more costly to do this bloody show each week, and say it's never ever wants to do this here for the money. Never made any money out of it. Once it was always more or less the donations we always got was about keeping the show going, whatever and stuff. But I've seen now it is all about just keeping the show going, because I mean it is costly enough this here software to run, so it is. So, and I'm taking that out of my own pocket to do this here. Saying I love doing this show on a Monday, folks. And I say there is some nights where like I have a lot of other stuff to be doing. The next we're like, I can't be arsed for this tonight. I mean, but I want to do it because you have to keep doing it and keep being here for people. I mean, and I had to build this up. So I am always going to be here and I'm on the 8. But I say, if any can donate towards the show, please do. Much appreciated, folks. Thank you. I think that's all the comments all caught up with us. So where Sean the Mac had said that he's looking for back home in Derry. So we're going to do pretty the second girl of the show tonight. We had obviously Kathleen Largy earlier on. So it was went on. So he was looking for back home in Derry for a Derry man currently living in Cavan. So Derry, a boo, not a problem. So this is Krista Coyle, one of your own, from her album From the Streets of Free Derry. And this is indeed back home in Derry, folks, here on live stream Mondays on the Rebel podcast. Well, folks, how's all
and for Australia bound if
so
we didn't all drown, and the marks of our fetters we carry. In the rusty iron chain we sighed for waves, our good women we left in sorrow. As the mainsails unfurled and the curses we hurled on the English and thought of tomorrow. Down below decks they were lying, and no authority scream woken out of a dream by a vision of old Robert dying. And the sunburn is cruel as we dished out the gruel. Dan O'Connor is down with the fever. 60 rebels today bound for Botany Bay. How many will reach the receiver? Souls to Hades by twilight. 5 weeks out at sea, we were now 43. Our comrades we buried each morning, and in our own slime we are lost in the time. Endless night without dawning. To live out his whole life in slavery, where the climate is raw and that gun makes the law. Neither wind nor rain care for bravery. 20 years have gone by and I've ended my bond. My comrade's ghost walked beside me, and a rebel I came and I die the same. On the cold winter's night you'll find me.
Go. That was Krista Coyle, folks, good friend of the show. Krista from Free Derry with back home in Derry there, especially for Sean the Mac, Derry man, currently living in County Cavan. And that was, of course, from Krista's album From the Streets of Free Derry. see, Sean Mick says, brilliant, a song written by O'Neill, our greatest, by, what? A song written by one of our greatest patriots, an excellent version. Chuck our lad. Cheers, mate. Aaron there's one of my followers from tonight from TikTok. Aaron Johnson, how you doing? That's a name I recognise commenting some of my videos on TikTok. So cheers for tuning in tonight. Miss us on YouTube. Aaron Johnson, thank you very much. So Bruce says, never heard that version. Who's the singer? It's Krista Coyle from Derry, mate. There you go. Let's see. I don't know if any has heard, folks. Just literally as I was as that song started, I was just recording a wee TikTok video, just an update, to tell people that the show's near finished, etc. And thanks for joining in, blah blah blah. But I realised the mic was turned up, so it was, and literally had to cut the video off. So if any of you heard me talking over the top of that song while it was playing, that's what it was. But I quickly realised the mic was up. So hopefully you might have just heard something in the background, because obviously the song was pretty loud. So it was. So yep, we'll have another 20 minutes or so left of the night's show. So folks, obviously you might have heard me. I just wanted to put this here so you can maybe see this here, right? You probably aren't interested, like, but maybe some of you are. So I've been talking a few times there during the week and stuff about obviously I'm on sort of some kind of a weight loss journey over the last year or so, whatever, and it's sort of coming off slowly but surely. So obviously I am on my own sort of journey, doing something. Obviously my wife Laura is on her own particular journey as well, so she is. But I put a wee post up on Facebook the other day, and a massive response to it, and people were just sort of genuinely shocked. But I have lost a good bit now. I'm starting to see it more and more, but I'm going to put this here picture up just so you can see. So I know obviously you just see me sitting here most weeks and you don't really know. So if any is making this seen this post on Facebook, so have a look at this here and just sort of, you'll be able to see the difference then this here, like, folks. So that picture there on the left is me and Laura at the night we went down to Shannon for the Clover gig. So it was so I would have in 2023, so it would. And that there picture on the right was basically then us on Saturday, or so she was going out to on the piss with her mates all day, like, and obviously I had 2 gigs to do. So, but I mean, I think even you can notice the difference in me there, and like Laura has just blew my mind, what she's lost, like, fantastic. But she's just sort of gym mad now, going to the gym, crazy. Plus the healthy eating, where I'm more or less just trying to stick with the healthy eating, and it seems to be working. So it is, like, so. Yeah, but it's good to see when you look at a picture like that there, sort of like a side by side sort of thing. It's you can see the sort of progress you've made. But I mean, not happy yet, but I'm definitely happier than what the two of us were. And that definitely not there picture there, like in the left hand side. You look at there and you go, Jesus Christ, like, I mean, so it's yeah, but it's just always good to look at a sort of a now and then picture. Do you know what I mean, folks? So just wanted to share it there with you in case any of maybe were interested, because I know I do mention the other week that I am sort of trying to lose a little bit, but it's I still need to lose a lot more, but it's coming off definitely slowly but surely. So it is. Let's see. Bruce says, looking good, if that's legal to say. Jim McCaff, too much weight loss at a certain time, my man. No good. Take your time for the ticker. Marty says, yeah, well done both of you and Laura. What a difference. Cheers, mate. What? Big finger syndrome, Ro. Let's see. Weight loss is a journey. Pal, take her handy. Definitely is. Bruce says, always turn the mic off when you go to the Johns. Well, I'm guilty of the old. Even when Marty was doing the show with me, we're definitely guilty of leaving the mics on the odd time, and we're lucky enough we might have been sort of backstabbing somebody or talking about somebody, and we're like, shit, let's the mix off before you, do you know what I mean? So yeah, Irish Neely says, yeah, well done to you and your wife. Cheers, mate. Let's see. My point. You're both looking well. Thank you very much, Elaine. But no, it's probably more, as Jim said, about the ticker for me. For I had heart troubles last year, and it was definitely a massive kick up the hole for me. Like, so it was. I needed to do something a bit more. Like, and it isn't easy. I mean, definitely isn't easy. I've been on different pretty slimming world journeys and weight loss journeys, and it's one of them ones. It can just go on so much quicker than it comes off. I mean, you can get it off easy enough, and then it's like literally, once you let it slip for a week or two, it's all back on again. It's so hard, folks. What is it? I think anybody that is able to lose a wee bit of weight, be it taking injections or going to get a surgery or going to different weight loss classes or going to the gym. Fair play to you as well, 'cause it isn't. You don't smoke. No, I don't smoke. Never have smoked. I think it's a disgusting habit. So I mean, it's just anybody who does smoke, I have them around me. Just never have. I think out of our house, I'm the only one. Or maybe actually, me and my brother now didn't smoke. My mum and dad have always smoked. My brother Room smokes like a bloody chain trooper. Don't think my sister Anya still smokes. She used to. I don't think she does anymore. Now Laura used to smoke. Now this was she gave it up before she met me, because that would have been a definite red flag, or definitely a no. So it would have been. See Bruce. See yeah. Congrats, even shows in your face. You look much healthier. No joke. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the long grass. Right, so we're going to move on. Another person who we're talking about earlier on who's playing at the Féile this year is a good friend of mine, good friend of the show, great singer from West Belfast, Matt O'Reilly. So this is from Matt's 5-track EP. You can find it on all the streaming platforms. The EP is called The Country We All Adore. He also has a fantastic live Celtic album that he recorded in Nancy Mullins. But this is Matt O'Reilly, folks, with God Save Ireland on live stream Mondays. Here we go.
High up on the gallows tree swung the noble-hearted three, by the vengeful tyrants stricken in their bloom. But they met them face to face with the courage of the race, and their wayward souls undaunted to their doom. God save Ireland, said the heroes. God save Ireland, said the old. Whether on a scaffold high or the battlefield we die, oh, no matter where for riding dare we fall. Girt around with cruel foe, still the courage proudly rolls, for they thought with hearts that loved them far and near. Of the millions true and brave, or the ocean's swelling wave, or the friends of Holy Ireland never dare. God save Ireland, said the hero. God save Ireland, said the old. Whether on a scaffold high or the battlefield we die, oh, no matter where for riding dare we fall. Climbed it up their rugged stair, rang their voices out in prayer, there with England's fatal cord around them cast. Close beside the cattle tree, kissed like brothers lovingly, true to home and faith and freedom to the last. God save Ireland, said the heroes. God save Ireland, said the old. Whether on a scaffold high or the battlefield we die, oh, no matter where for riding dare we fall. Never till the latest day shall their memories pass away, or the gallant lives lost given for our land. But on the cause must go, to the joy, the weal, the woe, till we make our Ireland nation free and grand. God save Ireland, said the heroes. God save Ireland, said the old. Whether on a scaffold high or the battlefield we die, oh, no matter where for Ireland dare we fall. Whether on a scaffold high or the battlefield we die, oh, no matter where for Ireland dare we fall.
There we go. On the Matt O'Reilly himself. That's Matt O'Reilly, folks. That's from his 5-track EP, The Country We All Adore. You can check it out on Spotify, Apple Tunes, or Amazon Music, whatever you want. It's on all the streaming platforms. And give Matt a wee follow. He's a great... No, it's playing away there. Matt is a great ambassador for West Belfast, and it'll be great to see him at the Féile again this year. So it will. Let's see. Bruce says, the man or woman upstairs help us all in these insane times. So people are saying about that nice wee beat, that our song. That definitely is a good wee beat. So listen, you were talking earlier on about the Cruncher song, the one outside the Andy Town Barracks site. So I downloaded it here and we'll actually go play the video. We'll see how it sounds, right? Because I know I did say it was recorded. It looks like it was recorded with a potato. So it did. But we'll play it because I know we're going. It's a great version of him. Because I prefer the a cappella version where it's just him. Cruncher's wearing some strange local clubber, so he was. But I think back then, God knows what sort of substances he made him taking. Like, we'll say no more. But there's this guy playing Boron. And then after Cruncher was singing, but this is the version you were talking about, the one outside the Andy Town Barracks site. So this is Cruncher with him singing Che Guevara's On the Road Again. So I think video was recorded from. Now I'm hoping the sound is on this one, because remember I put the video on last week of something, and the first one I put on, the sound didn't come on. So hopefully the sound plays for this here. So this was before basically they reclaimed this site, officially, to have it as like a sort of local sort of community area. So it's Terry Cruncher and Neil folks with Che Guevara's On the Road. And say not a great version, not a great quality video, but it's here nonetheless. And that's the one you want to let's hear it. So and hopefully the sound is on this. Hopefully I downloaded it properly.
Sung on a motorcycle in the glen, Che Guevara's on the road again. Sung on a motorcycle in the glen, Che Guevara's on the road again. Here was a guy just built for the task, one of the best you've ever seen. He'd Spanish blood and a touch of mask, well then you know at the top of the green. Sung on a motorcycle in the glen, Che Guevara's on the road again. Sung on a motorcycle in the glen, Che Guevara's on the road again. Down in Argentina, such a mighty fine life, little Che Guevara, you've got it made. Living in a world of trouble or strife, learning your time at the medical trade. Sung on a motorcycle in the glen, Che Guevara's on the road again. Sung on a motorcycle in the glen, Che Guevara's on the road again. Norton 500 take them out of town, gonna see how the world really lies. Poverty, crime in the peasant town, motorcycle journey done it opened his eyes. Sung on a motorcycle in the glen, Che Guevara's on the road again. Sung on a motorcycle in the glen, Che Guevara's on the road again. Every day I learn more and more, come the day he meet Fidel. Sailing towards the Cuban shore, gonna give Batista hell. Sung on a motorcycle in the glen, Che Guevara's on the road again. Sung on a motorcycle in the glen, Che Guevara's on the road again. Who was this guy, Che Guevara? Everywhere you'll hear the cry. Leads his men in the Santa Clara, this is an end that will never die. Sung on a motorcycle in the glen, Che Guevara's on the road again. Sung on a motorcycle in the glen, Che Guevara's on the road again. Congo, Bolivia, spreading the word, CIA, they want him gone. Swear they'll stop this voice being heard, kill the man, but the dream lives on. Sung on a motorcycle in the glen, Che Guevara's on the road again. Sung on a motorcycle in the glen, Che Guevara's on the road again. Here was a guy just built for the task, one of the best you've ever seen. Spanish blood, a touch of Basque, wouldn't you know it, hit the top of the green. Sung on a motorcycle in the glen, Che Guevara's on the road again. We got a song on a motorcycle in the glen, Che Guevara's on the road again. Song on a motorcycle in the glen, Che Guevara's on the road again. Ernesto Che Guevara.
There we go, that is it, folks. The legend himself, honestly, fantastic. So glad I played that song right now. We got to download it. So it was Terry Cruncher and I'd say the former Andy Town REC bar site with singing Che Guevara's on the road again. It's just a shame for, like, seeing you look at it now, like all these rebel singers, and a lot of them all have like camera crews filming and going around. It's all like really great quality videos and stuff that they have even at their gigs. Even like when the people recording gigs now with their phone, it's like it's instant audio quality. But sort of back then, like, just the quality was shite. Like, you know what I mean, that must have been recorded with a very, very early mobile phone or something. I think whatever. I don't think it's done with a video camera, but I'd love to heard a really, really good quality version of it there, because even just to hear Cruncher, the way he just plays that guitar, the way he strums it there, just so many unique way he plays it. It's banging, like. So yep, that's for everyone that asked that one. See, Paddy says brilliant outside the pigsty as well. Bruce, yep. Python is not always working well with good sound. Jim says yeah, Jesus, what a legend and what a tune. Right, so if any would have seen the post I put up on the podcast Facebook page the other day, I ended up deleting it today because there were so many comments, right? But it was just doing my head in. A lot of the stuff, a lot of hate as well. So basically, I put a post up about Big Ange, right, saying that just shameful the way he was treated by Spurs. But Spurs, I mean, what do you expect? And I had to say, listen, look, Ange, take the millions you got from Spurs. Go on a holiday with your family, and listen, you'll be welcome back at Celtic with open arms after next season whenever Brenton goes. And everybody was all like, what? Brenton's going nowhere and all this here, blah, blah. This show is a con and a load of balls. Jim, what are you on about? Jim, what shit are you talking? This show is a con and a load of balls. Do you want to, like, no, here, no, don't be cutting them off, right? Don't be cutting them off. So I want to know what he means by this here. Like, I mean, so what do you mean? This show is a con and a load of balls. You can't make a statement like that there and then say nothing. So let us know. Share with the team. Share with everybody else what shit you're talking here, Jim. What was I saying? Yeah, so obviously he was talking about Big Ange, and I don't want Brendan Rodgers to leave, but I think he will be going next year. I think he's mentioned many times he's going to work out his contract. But I do honestly think if it's not going to a nice little team or somewhere or whatever, he'll be definitely back to the Premier League next season. And I would love to see Ange back again. So I love the football we played under him. I mean, yeah, definitely. I've started playing a lot better in Europe, especially in the Champions League this year under Brenton. But I just think he will be away. I can't see him staying here past 3 years. Like, so I just don't see it. So I think he will be away after his contract next year. I don't know. We'll see. But all the comments that were being posted, it was like Celtic fans basically shouting against each other, I mean, and slobbering and some real nastiness going on. And I was like, listen, this post is gone. It's getting deleted. Didn't really get I got a lot of views, got a lot of posts, got a lot of shares, lots of traction, but not the sort of traction I wanted it to get. I mean, I'm not afraid of people coming on, giving me a bit of backlash and stuff and having a bit back and forth, no problem. But some of the stuff some of the fellow Celtic fans were saying was just, no, it was out of order. So that's why I deleted the post. Listen, Jim, come on, you haven't come on. I hope Marley hasn't cut you off. So Jim McQuaid, big balls here. What are you saying? This show is a con and a ball. So first you're busy saying I'm in Ben is really good and Little and Sainsbury's, and now you're saying this here. So come on, share with the team what you're saying. Right. So we're going to play one more song here for another guy that is going to be, I say, part headline the Féile this year, Shea Doolan. Say if you watched the video of him singing this song last year at the Féile and just seeing the crowd reacting to it, it was amazing. So this is from Shea's brand new album, Shamrocks and Clovers. Again, you can check this album out on Spotify, Apple Tunes, iTunes, or Amazon Music, wherever you can download music from Shea's album. Check it out. Shay Doolan with Don't Worry, Be Happy, folks. Right, here we go, folks. That's going to be it. And unless Jim wants to come on and have it back and forth, we'll definitely have it out with him here. But I don't think he wants to, so he doesn't. So we'll play us out with us here, folks. We'll be back in next Monday, all being well. And hopefully, look, Mora has a safe trip to Rafa, who still is with her and the rest of her comrades, all the rest of the delegation. So, folks, cheers to you all for tuning in. Oh, let's see. Right, here we go. I think the whole show is a con and Big Ro is a crook. Right, so see, there you go again. Like, what's this all about? The whole show is a con. Oh, so is this busy because I'm asking people for money? Is it, or what you're saying? Because this here show costs me like the guts of £40 a month in software I have to pay to run this every week. I have to sort of pay out of my own pocket. So is it busy because I'm asking people for donations towards it there? Does that mean I'm a crook, is it? Am I a con? So, mate, if you want to send me a PM, feel free. Be honest. Send me a PM and I'll debate what it is you're talking about. But I honestly haven't a clue. There's obviously a wee hidden agenda here. So it is. Is this a fake name or something? Is it? You're talking about, I don't know. Listen, here's Shay Doolan, folks, and I will see you next Monday. Thank you very much, and then God bless, and cheers to you all for tuning in.
Song I wrote for the team of falling down every road. Don't worry, be happy. The famous team in green and white that I'll be following all my life. Don't worry, be happy. Song I wrote for the team of falling down every road. Don't worry, be happy. A famous team in green and white that I'll be following all my life. Don't worry, be happy. Song I wrote for the team of falling down every